my dear cousin Apple Rose. Howdy, Sugar Nip. It's been too long since I've sat down and written to you proper. I hope this letter finds you in good spirit and better body. First off, I need to apologize for not sending word sooner about Apple Bloom and her friends. They made it back just fine, thanks Celestia. The buffalo helped them along the railroad to the outskirts of Ponyville, and they were none the worse for wear for their ill-advised adventure. Though I reckon Apple Bloom's got a few more stories to tell than I'd like for her age. She let slip something about coyotes and young Sweetie Bill tossing little Strongheart right up in the air during a fight with them, which was enough to dang near make me want to throttle her and hug her at the same time. Now, I wish I could say all's well here on the farm, but I'd be lying. The truth is, Apple Rose, I'm worried sick about Applejack. I know you've likely caught wind of all the mess that dreadful Gazette is peddling. That paper ain't good for nothing but wiping your rump in the bathroom, far as I'm concerned. The things it's printed have got reporters thicker than flies on a rotten corpse around here. They're all looking for some big scoop that ain't never coming, because Applejack ain't none of the things the Gazette says she is. And she ain't done none of the things they say she's done. Truth is, I'm scared for the girl. She's been angrier than a cornered rattler lately. Seems like every little thing sets her off. When she ain't stomping around like a storm cloud looking for a place to thunder, she's locked up in her room refusing to talk to any pony, or just staring off like her mind's wandered somewhere too far to fetch back. That last one is downright spooky, actually. I don't got the words for it, but it's like she's here in body, but not in spirit. Scares me to my core when it happens. And it usually happens after a new issue of the Gazette comes out. Applejack's always been the toughest of my grandkids, stubborn as a mule, too proud to lean on any pony when times get rough, apt to bull her way through any situation and think about consequences later. But this is something different. It's like she's carrying the weight of the whole world on her back and so dang determined to do it alone that she'd rather push us all away rather than let us lend a hoof. Big Mac and I have tried talking to her and reminding her that we're family, and we face things together. She just clams up tighter than a jar of Zap Apple jam with the lid welded shut, or she snaps at us like we're the ones who put the burden on her in the first place. When Apple Bloom tried talking to her, it broke my heart to watch. That little filly looks up to her big sister more than any pony in the whole wide world. But Applejack couldn't even meet her halfway. Apple Bloom came storming into the kitchen one evening, frustrated as all get out, and laid into Applejack. She said she was tired of being treated like some helpless filly, and that just 'cause she's younger doesn't mean she can't help with whatever's going on. Applejack just froze up like a deer in the lantern light. Then she mumbled something about it being her own business and no pony else's. It's like Applejack's so wrapped up in whatever's eating her that she can't see how much her silence is hurting the rest of us. But Apple Bloom wasn't having it. She told her straight, "I ain't a little kid no more, Applejack. You can't just push me away when things get tough. I want to help you, but I can't if you don't let me in." She even stomped her hoof, like she does when she's extra fired up. For a second, I thought Applejack might actually open up. She stopped what she was doing, looked at Apple Bloom like she wanted to say something, but then her got harder than set concrete and she just walked out without nary a word. I found Apple Bloom out in the barn with Winona later, pretending to check on the tools, but really just trying not to cry. She's stronger than most ponies give her credit for, but I could tell Applejack's brush-off cut her deep. I reckon so could Winona. since she barely left Applebloom's side and curled up on her hooves like she was trying to keep that filly warm while she and I spoke. Applebloom's got this fire in her and needs to prove herself. And when her own sister still treats her like a fool who can't do nothing after all she's done already in her life, it stings fiercer than a scorpion stinger to the butt. I can tell Applejack's behavior is getting to her more than she wants to let on. She's frustrated, sure, but she's scared for her sister too. Applebloom told me she was scared that if she kept pushing and pushed too hard, Applejack would lose her temper and she'd lose her big sister for good. My heart just about cracked in two right there in that barn. Applebloom's been trying so hard to be the grown-up in this situation, to show she's more than just the baby of the family. But when it comes to Applejack, it's like all that grown-up talk don't mean a thing. Truth be told, I don't know what else to do for Applejack neither. Her walls are so high right now, it's like she's trying to shut out the whole world, including the ponies who love her the most. I've seen her like this before. Not in a long time, though. After her parents passed, well, you remember how that was. Applejack was just a filly, a little older than Applebloom, but still young. She was angry. Angry at the world. Angry at herself. Angry at her pa for dying out on what should have been a regular safe delivery run. Angry at her ma for dying giving birth to Applebloom before her pa was barely cold in the ground. She couldn't understand it. She couldn't understand why the world had to take them both from us. And she was so mad. I ain't never seen a filly so full of rage. She snapped at her brother and me, at any pony who came too close. She wasn't aiming to be cruel, but her anger had no other place to go until I took her out to the orchard and taught her how to buck trees. Apple bucking became her salvation back then. She'd spend hours out there. The apple baskets were taller than she was, but that didn't matter. She worked because it gave her emotions someplace to go that weren't into her remaining family's hearts. Now I see it happening with her again, but this time it's worse. This time, she ain't just mad at the world, she's mad at herself for some reason she won't share. And instead of working through by channeling it into something productive like she did it before, she's half the time shut up in her room, acting like we're as much the enemy as those reporters outside. And the worst part, Applebloom is old enough now to understand the harshness directed at her by her big sister. Applejack won't let me help. She won't let Big Mac help. She won't let Applebloom help. Even Sugar Belle tried and got rejected. Pinkie Pie's here at the farm and Applejack don't even want to speak to her. She ain't talking to her other friends using that fancy magic stone letter sending thing either. I'm no fool. I know there's something deeper going on here that Applejack ain't ready to share. I can see it in her eyes. Like she's fighting a battle inside herself. And as much as I want to help, I can't force her to let me in. That's the hardest part, just watching and waiting, feeling helpless while she pushes us all away and hoping that she's eventually come back to us. She's always been the strong, dependable one, but even the mightiest apple tree can crack under too much pressure. Apple Rose, I'm asking you as kin, what should I do? I don't want to overstep, but I'm scared for my granddaughter. I don't know how much longer she can keep piling all this up before it breaks her. Please, keep us in your thoughts and prayers. And if you got any advice, I'd be mighty grateful to hear it. Sometimes just knowing there's family out there thinking of us makes the load feel a little lighter. With love and a heavy heart, your cousin, Annie Smith.
Dear Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo. Hey there, y'all. I just wanted to let you know what's been going around here at Sweet Apple Acres since Pinkie Pie showed up. It's been different, that's for sure. At first, we thought she'd only be here for a little while, but it turns out she's sticking around for who knows how long. I'll be honest, it's been kind of fun, but also a bit much sometimes. Pinkie's always on the move, singing, dancing, and trying to get us to join in, even when we're not in the mood. It's like having a party all the time, which sounds fun, right? But there is a lot going on here, and it's hard to keep up with her energy when it feels like everything else is falling apart. I've tried to help with the chores, but Pinkie insists on taking breaks and making sure we have fun instead. I don't think she understands how serious things are with the rumors and all the gossip in the Gazette. Bunch of ornery buttheads. It's hard to focus on anything else when we've got reporters hanging around like vultures. They ain't come right onto the property on account of they know that'd be cause to get arrested under the law, but they don't have pushed their laws right to their very limits on what they try to get away with. Applejack's still been so quiet and distant. It's like she's carrying something too big for any of us to see. It's hard watching her like this, especially with everything that's been going on. Pinkie tries her best to lift Applejack's spirits, but it's like there's a wall she can't get past. Still, having Pinkie around makes things a little easier for the rest of us. She even tried to make apple fritters the other day, just 'cause Applejack won't bake no more. I could tell it was her way of showing she cares. It didn't make things right with Applejack, but it was nice of Pinkie to try. I miss you both so much. It's not the same without you here. I wish I could just go back to school or even leave the house for a bit, but I know we can't until things calm down. It's just hard when it feels like everything's in this weird limbo where we're all waiting for the next headline to drop, and I don't know what to do to help. Anyways, I just wanted to send y'all an update. I really hope things are better where you are. I can't wait for this mess to blow over and for all of us to hang out like we used to. Also, I hope the ponies who work over at the Gazette get burrs stuck so hard in their fur they gotta shave their whole dang bodies and everybody laughs at them. Let's see how they like being the talk of Equestria. Bunch of boneheads. Take care of yourselves. CMC's forever. Apple Bloom.
Dear Mother, Father, and Sweetie Belle, I know you must be distressed given the current circumstances and the abhorrent content of that rag that pretends to be journalism, the Gazette. Please allow me to ease your worries and tell you that I am managing as best as one can under such trying conditions. Though I am still ensconced within Carousel Boutique, please know that I am in no immediate danger. The incessant swarm of paparazzis and reporters is admittedly quite trying, but I've made sure to keep a low profile, and the boutique is adequately serving as my sanctuary. Regarding the dreadful rumors, I am doing my very best to stay composed, though I must confess it is not without its challenges. The pressure is at times overwhelming, but I am determined to face it with the same grace and poise which I have conducted myself thus far. Please do not fret over me. Pinkie is at Sweet Apple Acres, and she and I are in regular contact to provide each other with as much information and support as we can. I'm confident that truth will prevail in time, as it always does. Regarding the boutique, I am managing to keep things afloat thanks in no small part to a few loyal clients who have continued to support me during these tumultuous times. I very much owe Fleur de Lis and Fancy Pants an invite to a party when this is all over. I'm sure Pinkie will be more than happy to create one specially for them. Things are far from easy, but I am finding ways to adapt and maintain my work until I can return to my usual routine. Sweetie Belle, darling, I can only imagine how difficult this all must be for you. Thank you for your letter. Derpy Hoofs delivered it safely, and it was truly a bright spot in my day. I treasure more than I can possibly imagine. I long for the day when I can see you again instead of conversing solely on paper. Please, all of you, try not to worry over me. I am well, and I know you are doing your best to stay strong. I am doing everything I can to remain positive, and I am counting the days till this mess is behind us. Until then, know that you are always in my heart. With love, Rarity.
Dear Rarity, hi there! I hope you're doing super duper well, even though I know things are probably a little crazy for you right now. I just wanted to write you a letter to tell you about how things are going at Sweet Apple Acres. It's been a whirlwind, but in the best possible way! Aside from everything else, of course. You know me, I'm always looking for the bright side of things. Living at the farm is, well, it's a lot quieter than I expected. Sweet Apple Acres is beautiful, and I love the smell of fresh apples in the air. But it's also really, really different from how I thought it'd be. Apple Bloom was great though. She's so strong, and we've been keeping each other company while every pony else is working and being all mopey-dopey. We even tried making apple fritters the other day. Applejack wouldn't even come to the kitchen when we made them. She used to love making them, and her refusal made Apple Bloom super sad. I even saw Granny Smith getting teary-eyed. They're all super worried about Applejack, and I don't blame them. She's been so distant since I got here. When she does speak, it's like it's not even her voice anymore. She barely talks to any of us, not even Big Mac or Granny. I've never ever seen her like this. Not even when she lost out on a blue ribbon and broke a pinky promise and ran off to become a cherry farmer. I just want to help her so badly, but I don't know how. The other day, I tried making her laugh by telling her the funniest joke I know, but Applejack didn't even crack a smile. It's so strange. It's like I miss her, even when she's standing right in front of me. I just want to see that old sparkle in her eyes again. Granny Smith, Big Mac, Apple Bloom, and even Sugar Belle are all worried too. Granny keeps saying how she's never seen Applejack like this before. Big Mac's been trying to talk to her, but she won't open up. Sugar Belle tried as well, but Applejack won't even let her in. Apple Bloom tried too, but Applejack just shut her out. It really hurts to see that. Apple Bloom looks up to her so much, and right now it's like she can't even get close enough to offer her help. Sugar Belle's been patient, but even she's starting to feel helpless. We all are. I really don't know what to do, Rarity. I've been trying to cheer up the others, and I've been trying to be there for Applejack, but it's like she regrets saving me from the reporters and bringing me here or something. I think she feels like she has to carry all of the stress and drama from the stupid news stories on her own. It's scary. I know she's strong, but not even Applejack can be strong forever with no help. I just wish I knew how to get through to her, to show her that we're all here for her, no matter what. I know you got so much on your plate right now, but if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm really worried, Rarity. I've never seen her like this, and I don't want to lose my best friend. Sending you positive vibes, Pinkie Pie.
Dear Pinkie Pie, thank you ever so much for your sweet letter. It's absolutely warming my heart to hear from you. Though I must say, I could feel the concern and worry in your words. You truly do wear your heart on your sleeve. I am always so touched by your kindness and genuine care for others. Even when the world feels heavy, you somehow manage to brighten everything around you, and that's no small feat. I'll be honest, Pinkie, hearing about Applejack's behavior has me quite concerned. You've always had such a knack for cheering up even the most stoic ponies. How do you manage to make everyone laugh even when yourself have been through so much? But it sounds like even your sunshine can't break through the dark cloud hanging over Applejack. But I know you, Pinkie, and you'll never give up on her. I think that's what she needs, even if she doesn't realize it yet. She may not accept any pony's help right now, but that doesn't mean we should walk away and leave her to flounder if the time finally comes that she does. You mentioned that Applejack's been distant with Big Mac and Granny Smith, and even with you. That worries me. But I think you're right to say she might feel like she has to carry everything alone. You know how stubborn she can be. It's almost as if she believes that letting any pony help her would be a burden. I'm certain that if there's any pony who can show her she's not alone, it's you, my dear. Your unwavering support will mean more to her than I think you realize. Keep being there for her, even if, when she pulls away. No pressure, no expectations, just your love and warmth as a reminder that she is loved, even if she does not feel worthy of that right now. And while I'm on the subject of you, Pinkie, darling, just how do you manage to keep being so positive, even when the world around you is falling apart? I must admit, if I were there, I would be having a hard time resisting offering you a little more than just support myself. Perhaps a hug, just to remind you that you don't have to do everything alone either. You always know how to make things better, and I know you'll figure out the best way to help Applejack. I'm here for you if you need me, Pinkie, and I'll be thinking of all of you. Applejack, Big Mac, Granny Smith, Apple Bloom, if you need anything at all, whether it's help brainstorming or even just a light-hearted distraction, you know I'm always just a letter away. Sending you all my support, Rarity.
Enter message from Derpy Hughes to Equestria Mail Head Office. Subject: Inquiry regarding discarded mail procedures. Dear Equestria Mail Head Office, I recently visited the office to sign forms for my temporary danger pay upgrading. While I was there, I had a conversation with one of my colleagues about an unfortunate situation that might arise during deliveries. I thought I'd reach out to you to clear up on what is the proper protocol, just to make sure I'm doing things right, you understand. In an event that an unnamed pony were to find a bag of discarded mail in a dumpster after delivery, what should they do? I know this is a bit of a what-if scenario, but please bear with me. The last thing I would want is for important mail or parcels to be lost or mishandled, but I don't know whether or not mail that has been delivered to the correct address and then afterwards thrown away by the recipient is still subject to the same rules as undelivered mail. Should the pony who finds it return the bag directly to the nearest post office? Should they attempt redelivery? Should they just leave it where it is for the garbage collectors? I just want to make sure I follow the appropriate steps to keep everything above board and avoid any mishaps. I definitely wouldn't want to leave any important mail in a dumpster if that's not where it's supposed to be. Thanks so much for your help. Sincerely, Derpy Hooves, Ponyville Mail Delivery Pony.
Internal message from Equestria Mail Head Office to Derpy Hooves. Subject RE, inquiry regarding disregarded mail procedures. Dear Derpy Hooves, thank you for your inquiry. It's always great to see our delivery ponies thinking ahead to make sure they're following the proper protocols, so we really appreciate your attention to detail. In the case of the mail that has been delivered to the correct address and then disregarded by the recipient, the mail is technically no longer under our responsibility. Once mail has been delivered to a recipient, it becomes theirs to do with as they see fit. This means they're perfectly within their rights to keep it, recycle it, or even toss it away in regular garbage or a dumpster. Regarding the specific scenario you mentioned, finding mail in a dumpster after it's been disregarded by the recipient, it is important to note that according to equestrian waste disposal regulations, dumpsters are not considered protected spaces. So, if a pony finds mail that has been opened or read and then discarded, it should not be redelivered by members of the Equestrian Mail Service. The mail no longer legally belongs to anyone and isn't subject to the same rules as undelivered mail. In short, if you happen to come across disregarded mail in a dumpster, it's safe to assume that it should not be redelivered. While we encourage recycling paper where possible to help the environment, it's up to the recipient to decide whether they want to dispose of mail through recycling or regular garbage. Garbage is the purview of the Equestrian Waste Disposal Regulatory Body, and their bylaws say that until garbage is picked up and delivered to landfill or a recycling center, it's any pony's to claim. Though why any pony would want to claim garbage is rather beyond us, but cutie marks come in all forms, so we try not to judge. Thanks again for checking in, Derpy. If you have any more questions or need further clarification, don't hesitate to reach out. Best regards, Equestria Mail Head Office.
Hey, Duster. Quick, grab the bag of letters before the garbage collectors get to it. I'll meet you halfway between Manhattan and Ponyville to collect them. Thanks a million for telling me when I saw you at head office. Rarity lent me a magic letter-scenting stone fiending that sends letters by dragonfire, so I can give this to you fast and keep it off official records. Don't worry, I kept your name out of it. From Derpy.
Dear Twilight, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to you with rather troubling news that was brought to my attention by our dear Derpy Hooves. It seems that the stallion who delivers the mail to the Gazette office discovered something quite concerning. Apparently, after his regular delivery to the office, he found an entire bag of disregarded letters in the trash. Letters that had been addressed to the Gazette, but were clearly not intended for publication. The letters were in full praise of you, Applejack, myself, and the other elements of Harmony. Some even specifically defending us against the rumors that have been circulating. It seems that many of them were supportive and kind, but all of them had been thrown away without a second thought. The poor stallion wasn't sure what to do. After all, once the mail's been received, it's technically the recipient's prerogative to do with it as they please. Still, he could clearly see that the ones being disregarded were all in favor, and he felt it wasn't particularly fair. He knew Derpy was familiar with us, so he asked her what he should do. In turn, Derpy reached out to me for guidance, as she thought I might have some idea of how to handle the situation. I told her to ask our superiors at Head Mail Office for clarification on whether or not any pony is allowed to even touch the mail in this situation, and it turns out that according to the Equestrian Waste Disposal Regulations, discarded mail is basically the property of whomever picks it up. That does seem a little dangerous to me, but in this case it has stood us in good stead, as I think the letters may help poor Applejack to see that she is nowhere near as unsupported as I suspect she thinks she is outside the inner circle of her family and friends. Derpy has procured them and wants to know whether to bring them to you in Canterlot. She is willing to make the trip herself to ensure they arrive intact, free of tampering. I can't say I'm terribly surprised, but I must admit it is still rather disheartening to hear that our supporters are being silenced in this way. It's just one more piece of evidence that the Gazette is more interested in the sensationalism than the full truth of the matter. We all know the power of carefully placed words, so to have those words ignored or hidden when the words are belittling and lying about us are elevated to such publishing heights is nothing more than pure debating. I wanted to share this with you because I believe you have the right to know what's going on behind the scenes. I wonder if there's any way we could bring some sort of public attention to this unfairness. I suspect that could lead to more complications, but perhaps I'm a little too close to the matter. Literally, as I was writing this, a reporter tried to climb up to see through the gap in my draw curtains. The indecent ruffian! Please let me know your thoughts on this when you can. And as always, know that you have my unwavering loyalty, as do, I'm sure, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and the rest of our dear friends. We will get through this, no matter how difficult it seems at the time. With all my support, Rarity.
Dear Rarity, thank you so much for sharing that information with me. I can't say I'm surprised, but I am deeply disappointed to hear that our supporters' letters have been discarded in such a careless way. It's a reminder of just how far some ponies are willing to go to manipulate the truth for their own benefit. Still, I'm grateful that the delivery stallion and Derpy have brought this to our attention, even if it doesn't exactly feel like a victory. After hearing this, I had a conversation with my new PR manager, whom I've reluctantly had to hire due to the escalating nature of this entire situation. It's frustrating that this is where we are now, but it seems that I must take a more formal approach if we're to protect ourselves from further damage. This isn't the way I wanted to handle things, but I suppose that's the nature of being a public figure. The PR manager has been advising me on how best to navigate the storm, and one thing he's recommended is to have more control over the narrative. He mentioned that given the circumstances and the revelation about these letters, it would be in our best interest to start calling out the Gazette on their selective publishing practices. He has also suggested that we release a public statement of our own, clarifying that we are aware of the letters being discarded and that we encourage fair treatment of those who choose to speak in our defense. The more I think about it, the more I realize it's probably the right course of action, even if it feels like it will only escalate things. That said, I'm conflicted. I don't want to contribute further to the circus the media has made of our lives, but I also know that if we don't speak up, they'll continue to control the narrative. It's such a delicate balance. I'm not sure what the right answer is. I'd appreciate your thoughts on this. I trust your judgment, Rarity, as always, and your perspective means a great deal to me. On a more personal note, I want you to know that I am here for you, just as I know you are here for me. It's difficult to watch how much this has affected you, but I promise we will get through this together. I will do everything in my power to ensure that the truth is heard, no matter how hard it might be. Please, take care of yourself, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you through this. We're in this as a team. No matter what the tabloid press says, I know that nothing can break the bond we share. With love and determination, Twilight.
Dear Twilight, thank you for your thoughtful letter and sharing the steps you're taking to address this situation. I must admit, I'm rather impressed in return that you managed to stay so composed and proactive amidst this turmoil. I cannot even begin to imagine how overwhelming it must be to juggle the responsibilities of ruling a nation along with all the public scrutiny over your private life that you've been facing. I absolutely agree with your PR manager's advice. This clearly isn't going to blow over on its own as we had hoped in the beginning. I think it's time for us to take a stand and let the truth be known, even if it means we have to confront the Gazette directly. We cannot allow them to control the narrative any longer, especially when they are so clearly twisting the facts. It's infuriating to think that the voices of our supporters have been silenced, even when they were merely trying to show us the kindness and respect that we deserve. As for your dilemma about calling attention to it, I understand your hesitation. It's never easy to add fuel to the fire, especially when it feels like the whole world is watching. But sometimes standing in silence only gives more power to those who wish to do us harm. We cannot let them define us by their sensationalism and lies, and we cannot brute force them into backing off using your royal clout, lest we give them the credence of their claims of suppression of the press. I say we face this head-on using their favorite forum, the public stage. As long as we remain united in this, we shall come out of it stronger, with more dignity intact than those louts pretending to be journalists. As for me, I've been trying to maintain my usual poise, but I'll admit this whole experience has been draining. I find myself second-guessing everything I do, wondering whether I will be scrutinized for every little thing, even when I know I cannot be seen. The reporters, the rumors, it has become a bit much at times. But knowing that you and the others are here with me helps more than I can say. I shall do whatever I can to support you and to help clear our names, Twilight. You've done so much for Equestria and for all of us, and I have no doubt that this will pass. But for now, I shall follow your lead in whatever you decide to do. Together we will set the record straight, and I will make sure that nothing, least of all malicious falsehoods, designed to do nothing more than line horrible ponies' pockets, tear us apart. With all my support and loyalty, Rarity.
Dear Twilight, okay, so Derpy told Rarity, and now I'm hearing from her that the Gazette is straight up trashing letters from ponies who are actually standing up for us? Are you kidding me? That's such bullshit! How can you call themselves a newspaper when they're just throwing out anything that doesn't perfectly fit into the way they want their stupid little stories to go? And now they're going after Applejack, making her look like a bad guy for helping Pinkie when those reporters practically tried to kill her? Seriously? AJ was just doing what any decent pony would do, helping a friend who needed it. But of course, they had to twist it into something shady because apparently they can't survive without stirring up drama. It makes me so mad I could scream. I hate feeling we can't do anything about this. Like, yeah, I know you've got to be careful as princess and all, but some ponies has to call them out on this. If the Gazette is hiding those letters, we should find a way to show Equestria the truth. I mean, this isn't just about us anymore. It's about the ponies who believe in us being silenced too. That's not right. It's not fair. It's such bullshit. Whatever you decide to do, I'm here to help. Just say the word and I'll be there. Even if Spitfire grounds me at HQ for the rest of my career. Hang in there, Twilight. We're in this together. With loyalty and a lot of frustration, Rainbow Dash.
Dear Rainbow Dash, thank you so much for your letter. I can really feel your frustration, and I totally agree with you. The whole situation with the Gazette is absolutely ridiculous. It's so unfair that they're just tossing out letters from ponies who are trying to speak up for us. They should be listening to every pony's voices, not just picking the stories that fit their own agenda. It's infuriating. I understand why you feel like we can't do anything, but I promise you, I'm working on finding a way to show the truth to every pony. I won't let those lies go unchecked, even if I have to tread carefully. You're right. It's not just about us anymore. It's about all the ponies who've stood by us, and they deserve to know the truth. On a more personal note, have you heard from Applejack at all? I'm really worried about her. I've heard bits and pieces from Rarity and Pinkie, and it's not looking good. They said she's been incredibly distant lately, barely speaking to anyone, even Big Mac and Granny Smith. And that's so unlike her. Applejack's always been the one to hold everything together, but now it feels like she's shutting us all out. I'm starting to fear that she might be carrying all of this on her own, and I just don't know how to help her when she won't even talk to me. You and AJ were always so close. I'm hoping maybe you've heard something from her that I haven't. I just can't shake the feeling that something's not right, and I need to know she's okay. If you've heard anything, please let me know. I just can't stop worrying about her. Thank you again for your support and everything you've done and risked already during the course of this situation. With all my gratitude, Twilight.
Dear Twilight, I get it. I'm frustrated too. I've been trying to reach Applejack, but she just refuses to respond to me. I don't know what to do. I keep thinking that maybe if I push a little harder, she'll open up, but nada. I know she's been through a lot, but this is so unlike her. I convinced Soren to do a flyby of Sweet Apple Acres to see what's been going on. I owe him a pie. This place is crawling with reporters. It's basically impossible to get anywhere without running into some pony trying to stick a camera in your face. But here's the weird part. Soren told me when they flew over, he saw Pinkie Pie in one of the upstairs rooms. She threw open the window and was waving hello to him, and almost toppled right out of the window from how hard she was waving. But before she could fall, Applejack was right there, grabbing Pinkie and putting her back inside. Soren said it was like she was watching out for Pinkie, but at the same time, it just didn't seem like the usual Applejack. She was all dead-eyed, and had lost tons of weight, he said. I don't think she's coping well at all with everything that's been going on. I'm really worried about her. I'll keep trying to reach her through those letter stones, but if you've got any ideas, I'm all ears. Hang in there, Rainbow Dash.
Shocking new details. Applejack's dark secrets. Is she keeping Pinkie Pie captive in a twisted power play? By Gilded Pen, senior reporter. In an exclusive report that will shock you to your core, Equestria's elite gossip Gazette has uncovered the latest jaw-dropping details of what might be Applejack's descent into madness. The beloved former element of honesty and goodness, isn't that ironic, may be willing to go to unthinkable lengths to keep those secrets buried, even if it means trapping poor Pinkie Pie in a sick and twisted web of control. It all went down just last night, and let us tell you, dear readers, it's worse than we ever imagined. Our brave reporter, who was simply waiting outside Sweet Apple Acres to secure an interview with Applejack, witnessed an unbelievable scene that could only be described as a desperate cry for help from Ponyville's premier party pony. Corroborated by multiple eyewitness accounts, Pinkie Pie was seen in one of the upstairs windows of Sweet Apple Acres farmhouse last night, frantically waving her hooves in what can only be described as a desperate signal for help. This was no innocent greeting. It was a clear cry for assistance, a message that something was terribly wrong behind those sturdy farmhouse walls, which raises questions about what's really happening inside the Apple family home. In the blink of an eye, Pinkie Pie was seen trying to make her escape from Sweet Apple Acres, only to be brutally dragged back inside by none other than Applejack herself. Eyewitnesses claim that Applejack's actions were forceful and alarming, clearly stopping Pinkie from leaving the premises. Was this a desperate attempt to keep Pinkie locked away against her will? The evidence is damning, as Applejack's violent interference raises disturbing questions about her control over the situation. Is she trying to silence Pinkie? It certainly looks that way. But wait, there's more. Could this be the result of Applejack's frustration with her darkest and most carefully concealed secrets coming to light? We can't help but wonder whether the shocking events of last night were the result of Applejack's inability to control her polyamorous partners. Sources have suggested that Applejack has been hiding not only a secret sex dungeon beneath Sweet Apple Acres. Could Pinkie Pie have been trying to get away from what is being done to her there? Could she be trying to spill the beans at last? Or did Pinkie Pie uncover something she shouldn't have? Is Pinkie the unwitting victim in a twisted and sadistic game of control? Were the events last night an attempt by Applejack to keep Pinkie from blowing the lid off everything? We're just asking the questions every pony wants answered. What was once seen as Applejack's wholesome family life is now looking more like a house of horrors, with a manipulative Applejack at its center. It seems her demonstrably ferocious temper is beginning to spiral out of control, and poor Pinkie Pie may be caught in the crossfire. Could the farm pony's desire for control over her partners, whom she cannot currently reach, be what's keeping Pinkie trapped inside Sweet Apple Acres? Is she just the latest target for Applejack's ire, since she cannot get at Rarity or Princess Twilight? Stay tuned, because we will not rest until we uncover every single detail of what's happening behind those closed farmhouse doors. The world deserves to know the truth about what Applejack is really hiding. Gilded Pen will be on the case. Will you be reading?
Draft Statement for Princess Twilight Sparkle. Prepared by the Royal Office of Public Relations. Internal review only. For immediate release. As Princess of Equestria, I have always upheld the values of honesty, kindness, and friendship that bind us all together. Recent events, however, have brought unnecessary scrutiny and false accusations upon not only myself, but also my dear friends and advisors, ponies who have dedicated their lives to serving Equestria with courage and integrity. It has come to my attention that numerous letters of support written by equestrian citizens in defense of myself and my friends have been discarded by the elite gossip Gazette. While it is not the role of this office to dictate how the media operates, the deliberate silencing of supportive voices is deeply troubling and contrary to the values of fairness and respect we hold dear as a nation. My friends and I are no strangers to challenges. For years, we have worked tirelessly to protect and unite Equestria, putting the needs of others above our own. The accusations and unfounded rumors circulating in the press do not diminish our dedication to this mission, but they do harm the very fabric of trust and friendship that connect us all. To the citizens of Equestria who have offered their unwavering support, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. Your voices matter, and your kindness shines as a beacon of hope in these trying times. My friends and I will continue to serve you with the same commitment to harmony and friendship that has guided us from the beginning. To the media outlets reporting on these matters, I urge you to consider the power of your platform and the responsibility it carries. Words can build bridges, but they can also sow discord. Equestria thrives when we choose unity over division, truth over scandal, and kindness over cruelty. I ask for privacy and understanding as my friends and I navigate these challenges together. We remain steadfast in our belief that friendship will prevail, no matter the obstacles before us, and that lies will always succumb to truth in the end. Thank you for your understanding and continued trust. With sincerity and hope, Princess Twilight Sparkle, ruler of Equestria.
Notes for your review, Princess. The tone is formal, yet personal, addressing the seriousness of the situation, while maintaining your core values. This avoids escalating direct conflict with the Gazette, while clearly condemning their actions. Please let me know if you'd like any adjustments or if there are specific details you'd like included. Yours in service, Avery Ledger, Royal PR Manager.
Dear friends, I hope this letter reaches you all safely and finds you in good spirits, despite everything that has been happening. I want to thank each of you for standing by me during this chaos. I know the rumors and accusations have been exhausting and hurtful for all of us, but your loyalty and friendship mean more to me than I can put into words. After careful consideration and consultation with my PR manager, I have decided to release a formal statement addressing the situation. The statement is direct but measured, focusing on the values that we all hold dear: honesty, kindness, generosity, loyalty, and the bonds of friendship. It also calls out the suppression of supportive voices without giving the Gazette more ammunition to twist my words. The statement will be released tomorrow morning, sent directly to all major media outlets, and shared publicly through the Royal Equestrian Bulletin. It will also be read aloud by me at a press conference in Canterlot at midday. I understand that some of you may want to be present, but I don't want to draw more attention to any of you than has already been cast by these false rumors. Still, if you do choose to attend, I'll support your decision completely and arrange members of the Royal Guard to escort you. I want you all to know that this statement isn't just for me, it's for all of us. I won't stand by while lies are told about the ponies I care about most. This is our chance to set the record straight and show Equestria what friendship truly means. If there is anything you would like included, please say so, though I will run it by my PR manager to ensure it's not too incendiary. I'm trying to smooth over the situation, not aggravate things further. Thank you for your patience as I worked through the best way to handle this. And thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for being the kind, courageous, and wonderful friends you've always been. Together, we will get through this. With all my love and gratitude, Twilight.
Dear Twilight, thank you for letting us know about your plan to release a statement. I truly believe it's the right thing to do, not just for yourself, but for all of us who have been unfairly caught up in this horrid scandal. Knowing that you will address the situation with your usual grace and clarity give me some much-needed reassurance. I appreciate your suggestion that we don't attend the press conference. While every fiber of my being wants to stand beside you in solidarity, I agree that our presence might add fuel to the fire. The press is already ravenous enough as it is. For now, I shall remain here at Carousel Boutique, though I must admit it feels more like a cage with all the reporters constantly lurking outside. The enchanted stone that you had sent has been an absolute blessing. It feels like a lifeline in the middle of all this madness, knowing I can reach out to you and our friends so easily. It's also a relief that I don't have to risk stepping outside, relying on Derpy to deliver sensitive correspondence. She's already done so much to aid us. I am grateful for the lengths you've gone to keep us all connected. Please know that no matter what happens after your statement is released, you have my full support. If there is anything else I can do to help, you need only ask. I've been managing the best I can, though I won't pretend it hasn't taken a toll. Sweetie Belle keeps reminding me via her messages that this will all pass, and I dearly hope that she is correct. Take care of yourself, Twilight. We are all here for you, just as you've always been here for us. Rarity.
Hey, Twilight. Got your letter. I'm glad you're putting out a statement. About time some pony stood up with all this bullshit. I just hope the Gazette doesn't find a way to twist it into something worse because, that's what they do. I was so pissed off about them twisting Applejack saving Pinkie Pie from falling out the fucking window into something awful. They never stop. Either way, I'm with you. Right now, I'm staying at Wonderbolt headquarters on Spitfire's orders. She didn't chew me out for getting sworn into that flyby on Sweet Apple Acres, but she did say that the incident made it clear I shouldn't be out there where the press can see me and twist shit into crappy headlines. Here at HQ, security is tight, and the team's got my back, so I'm safe for now. But honestly, it feels weird being stuck here instead of out there doing something about this mess. I hate feeling useless. I hate that you, Applejack, Pinkie, Rarity are suffering. I can't just swoop in and fix it. Spitfire's keeping me grounded, literally. But if you need me to do anything, just say the word. I'll figure out a way. I'm glad you're including us all in plans, though. It's good to know we're still a team, even if the press is trying to tear us apart. I miss hanging out with every pony. You especially. It's hard not being able just to fly over to see you and talk about all this to face. Anyway, let me know if there's anything I can do. And don't let the pressure get to you too much. You've got this. Always got your back, Rainbow Dash.
Dear Twilight, thank you so much for letting me know about your statement. I really hope it helps ease everything and bring some peace to all of us. I can only imagine how difficult this whole situation has been for you. I just want you to know how incredibly proud I am of how strong you've been through all of it. Things have been chaotic here at my cottage. After the Gazette stating that silly rumor about me being Mr. Silence, a lot of random ponies kept showing up. The reporters left quite suddenly for some reason, though. My animal friends have been doing their best to keep intruders away. Harry has been acting as a sort of bouncer. He's such a big bear that most don't stick around once you've seen him. Angel Bunny has been quite effective too. He's surprisingly fierce when he wants to be, and he really knows how to scare ponies off when they're being rude and trying to get in through my bedroom window. Still, some ponies have been very persistent. One of them actually tried sneaking into my chicken coop after he figured out I go out there each morning to collect eggs. But don't worry, the chickens were having none of it. They were so loud and flabby, I'm pretty sure they scared him off faster than even Harry could have. I know I feel a little bit better knowing my animals are looking out for me, but it's still a lot to handle. I miss the peace and quiet of my usual life. I miss all of you too. It feels like we're all so far apart now. It makes me so grateful for the enchanted stones you sent. It's such a comfort being able to talk to you and the others when I'm feeling lonely. Discord is still sulking in his own dimension. He really wants to help, but he's not happy he's not allowed to use chaos magic in an unethical way to solve everything. He's been pouting a lot. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help once your statement goes out. I just want you to know I'm here for you, and I'll do anything I can to support you, just like you've always been there for us. With love and a little bit of bunny-powered courage, Fluttershy.
Dear Twilight, I'm writing to you from Sweet Apple Acres, where I've been staying ever since. Well, you know, the press ponies haven't left the farm alone, and poor Applejack can't even leave the house because of them anymore, because one glimpse seems to be all it takes for them to write a whole nasty story about her. It's awful, Twilight. She's stuck inside and can't even go near the windows anymore. It's really wearing her down. She's been distancing herself from every pony, even her family. And it's been so hard to watch. But after that latest article in the Gazette, she finally talked to me. She told me she never should have asked you to come to Ponyville in the first place, and that a pony like me has no business trying to spend time with a princess. Hearing her say that, it broke my heart. It's like she's convinced herself that everything that's happening is her fault, but it's not. But when I tried to tell her that, she just got that weird look on her face again and walked off in silence. I hate seeing her like this. And about the latest article from that Equestria's Elite Gossip Gazette, I'm really starting to lose it, Twilight. They're saying I'm being kept here against my will, and Applejack is hiding me in some sort of secret sex dungeon under the farmhouse. Like, are they seriously trying to say there's a sex dungeon under Sweet Apple Acres? The only thing down there is the cider cellar and some cobwebby spiders. It's so dumb. It's dumber than dumb. It's the dumbest thing that ever done in the history of dumbness. It's like they'll say anything to make things worse for us if it sells a few more papers. I can't even tell you how mad it makes me. I feel like I'm ready to pop at how many pants they're being. Your statement can't come soon enough. Applejack needs to see that some pony out there is fighting for her, and she's not alone in this mess. We all do. I know it's not fair that you have to deal with this on top of everything else, but if any pony can handle it, it's you. Stay strong, Twilight. We're counting on you. With lots of love, and maybe just a teeny bit of frosting to calm down after reading that dumb article, Pinkie Pie.
Internal memo to all senior staff. From Brass Tacks, Editor-in-Chief. Subject, urgent. Editorial response required. Team, I've just received a rather unsettling report. A cleaning pony from the royal staff, who apparently keeps up with our Gazette, overheard a conversation between Princess Twilight and her new royal PR manager. It seems the conversation involved a bag of opened and discarded letters to the Gazette being found in a dumpster. Not just any letters, but ones that may have contained sensitive communications from the public. I cannot express how furious I am that these letters were not properly shredded or destroyed. How could something so basic be missed? I am going to track down which pony's laziness has put us in such a precarious position. This needs to be handled immediately. The last thing we need right now is a scandal about the letters no pony was supposed to even know existed being carelessly tossed aside. If one of our competitors gets wind of this, it could be disastrous for us. Our reputation is riding high after the amazing print run we've had lately, and I'll be damned if we let this blow up in our faces over something as preventable as a bag of letters in a dumpster. We need to issue an editorial now to get ahead of this. I want a response that paints us in the best possible light, and I want it on the presses ASAP. Do not delay on this and keep it under wraps. We can't afford leaks while this is sorted out. I expect a draft by the end of the day. Brass Tacks, Editor-in-Chief.
Editorial. We stand by our right to print the truth. In the wake of recent accusations leveled against us, we feel it is necessary to address an important matter that has been circulating among certain readers. Some have claimed that Elite Gossip Gazette has been intentionally refusing to print letters from readers who support Princess Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Rarity, and the other ponies involved in the ongoing scandal. Let us be absolutely clear, this is not the case. We at Elite Gossip Gazette hold dear our commitment to free speech and the right of every reader to voice their opinion. However, we also stand by our responsibility to report and publish information that reflects the reality of the situation, as complex as that may be. The rumors surrounding the former elements of Harmony are not a one-sided tale, and our coverage, including the letters we print, has always aimed to present multiple viewpoints regardless of how uncomfortable they may be for some. Yes, we have received letters from readers supporting the elements. but we also have received an overwhelming number of letters questioning their actions, motivations, and influence. Our editorial team is committed to providing a platform for all perspectives, and while we may not always print every letter in full, we assure our readers that no voices are being deliberately silenced. This is not about favoring one side or the other. It is about reporting the full scope of the story as it unfolds. Moreover, we have consistently maintained our editorial integrity, and our journalistic standards require us to publish letters that are respectful, constructive, and above all, relevant. Letters that are inflammatory, defamatory, or purely speculative, whether in support of or against the elements of harmony, do not meet these standards, and it is on this basis that some letters may not be printed. We are not the enemy of truth or fairness. If anything, we are the defenders of a free and open press, one that allows our readers to express their views without fear or retribution. That is why we encourage letters from all sides of the debate to be submitted, and we will continue to print them, provided they adhere to the standards of respectful discourse. In closing, we ask our readers to remember that the role of journalism is not to serve any one group or agenda, but to inform, challenge, and engage the public. The story of the polyamorous power trio is a complex and ever-evolving one, and we will continue to cover it as such. As always, we welcome your thoughts and letters, but we will not be swayed by those who seek to dictate what can and cannot be published. Thank you for your continued readership. Sincerely, Gilded Pen, on behalf of the Elite Gossip Gazette editorial team.
Howdy, this is Big Mac writing to y'all. Using a fancy enchanted stone Princess Twilight gave Applejack that sends letters out by Dragonfire. I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't important, but my sister really needs her friends right now. Applejack's always been the strong one, holding it together for every pony else, but this mess with the press and everything else on top of it is wearing her down. She ain't been herself in weeks. Won't talk, won't eat much, barely sleeps, and when she does, it ain't restful. She's hurting worse than I've ever seen. She ain't gonna say it herself, and Celestia knows she'll try to push through it all alone if we let her, but she needs y'all. She needs her friends to remind her she don't have to carry this whole thing on her own. I know it ain't easy for any of y'all either, and I ain't trying to make you feel bad if you can't come or write or something. I don't know what else to do. If y'all can do something, even if it's just letting her know you're there, it'd mean a lot. Thank you, Big Mac.
Twilight. Okay, so it's late. Like, real late. And I've been sitting here drinking some of the hard cider we keep in the cellar. You know the kind. The stuff we save for bad days or celebrations. Lately, there's been a whole lot more bad days than celebrating. Anyway, point is, I'm sitting here thinking, and I probably shouldn't even be writing this, but I reckon this cider's made me braver. Or stupider. Maybe both. This has been all too much, Twi. Too much of the lies, too much of the hurt, too much of everything. Your statement? I know it's meant to help, and I know you got that fancy PR pony helping you, but it don't feel right, Twi. It's all clean and shiny and perfect. Ain't none of this mess feels clean or shiny or perfect. You don't say how much this has hurt, or how bad I feel, or how bad I know you must feel too. It don't fix nothing. I know it ain't your fault. I ain't blaming you. Just feels like there's something missing, and I can't stop thinking about what that is. Because I know, and you don't. And that's as unclean and unshiny and unperfect as things get. The Gazette, that last editorial, saying they got journalistic integrity, claiming they've been reporting the truth. That's what set me off. That's the straw that broke the back of the old mule. I'm the worst pony in the world in their story. I'm a monster, according to them. Violent, predatory, manipulative. They make me sound like I'm out here controlling every pony, like some kind of puppet master, just scheming for power. And it's all lies, Twilight. Lies. And they're just gonna get away with that? That ain't clean. That ain't shiny. That damn well ain't perfect. It's all messy. It weren't meant to be messy. I ain't sure what it was meant to be, but it weren't meant to be this messy. I've been carrying all this inside me for so long that I can't hold it back anymore. And it's got me thinking, maybe those lies are starting to look like the truth. If you squint, maybe I am a monster. Maybe I really am the worst. I sure feel like I was reaching above my station in life. Wanting stuff a pony like me ain't supposed to have. Ain't even supposed to think, to want, to wish to have. I can't tell anymore. Feels like I've spent so much time just trying to protect every pony else from my messes. And now, look at me. Drunk, alone, writing to you like this. Sending you my mess to deal with because I can't no more. I never wanted to hurt no pony, but I've been carrying this weight for so long that I don't know. Maybe I'm not good for you. Maybe I don't deserve to be. And the worst part, I can't even tell you all this properly, 'cause everything I say just gets twisted around and turned into more lies. I should have been honest with you sooner. Should have told you how I really feel. Now, it's too late, ain't it? With everything they're saying, I'll just end up looking like the bad guy, no matter what I do. And I guess that's what's really eating at me, Twilight. You're all caught up in this mess because of me, and I don't even know how to make it right. I can't go back and fix it, can I? Ain't no time travel magic spell that'll fix this, because the original mess will still be there no matter what. I think maybe the only thing that'll fix this for you is for me to disappear. Maybe then the press would lose interest, and you guys could live your lives all normal again. Safe. Fuck it. Cider's coming loose tongue tonight. Just gonna say it, even if it's the dumbest thing I ever do. Won't be sending this anyhow. I really do like you, Twilight. Not just as a friend. And maybe that's selfish and wrong. And maybe I got no right to feel that way. But there it is. Now, the whole world's gonna turn this into some kind of scandal. And I feel I can never tell you proper lie. Not with every pony watching and judging and twisting me up to be the monster of the tale. Probably said too much already. Maybe I'll just regret this tomorrow. But for now, I needed to say it. I just wanted you to know I'm sorry. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I hope someday we can go back to the way things were. Before all this, before the lies. I know this letter's a bad idea. Not even gonna send it. Bad idea. Here I am, scratching it out anyway, though. Maybe this is why ponies write diaries they never intended no pony to ever read. I think I get it now. Getting it down is the thing of it. Not letting some pony else read it. Maybe I'll burn this. Maybe I'll just rip it up. Yeah, that's for the best. You're a princess. I'm just a monster. Princesses don't fall in love with monsters in real life. Monsters supposed to die so every pony else can live happily ever after. Monsters are supposed to die. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. So I should die. Fuck. I'm sorry. For everything. Yours probably shouldn't be yours. Love you, Twi. Goodbye. Applejack.